thank God for slavery. I thank God for the crack house. If it wasn't for the crack house, come on somebody, God wouldn't have never been able to use me how he can use me now. And if it wasn't for slavery, I might be somewhere in Africa worshiping a tree.
The whole institution of slavery has been blamed solely on Christian white folks in the South, and the whole world acted as though it didn't participate, and the whole world did participate. And now children want to know real answers. They want to know why you sit and call their grandfathers all these demonic and evil. They want to know these things. And the other thing that they see is they see certain things happening with each other. Because, you know, black folks and white folks in the South End of America, we've been family in lieu of slavery for a long time. Most of these black babies, all of these black babies, they talk about Black History Month. How are you going to separate Confederate history and Southern history from black folks? But they don't talk about Levi Carnine, Reverend Mac Lee, Hope Collier, John Edgerton. They don't talk about these folks because, I mean, these are black heroes who fought very bravely. Reverend Mac Lee said, the bodyguard to the Honorable General Robert E. Lee, who built more churches in the North and South End of America than any other minister that I know of. He told his people, after he'd educated himself with the money that General Lee had given him, keep your faith in God, buy you some land, get yourself educated, and beyond all else, put your faith and trust in the white man in the South, no other, because he knew what was in the hearts and minds of Southern people. There's a love that exists in the South End of America between black folks and white folks. It's hard to explain to folks. It's a whole lot different, especially one Confederate soldier who said that slavery was a curse on the white people in the South. While slavery might have been a curse on the white folks in the South, it was a blessing for many of us who wear this color. Now some folks will say, well, Uncle Tom, what you talking about? But let me tell you something. When my great-great-grandmama Hattie Edgerton stood on those shores in 1788 on her way to the Honorable T.R. Edgerton family in Rutherford County, North Carolina, I'm so glad she didn't get left behind. Those Africans didn't like us then, they don't like us now. The only people that ever showed any love for us is those same white folks in those cotton fields and corn fields that we live side by side and call ourselves family. I am so very, very proud of my heritage and our ancestry. God, in his infinite wisdom, could have sent my grandmama someplace else as a slave. But he sent her to the greatest country. He sent her to the Southland of America. And I so am so very glad for that. If it hadn't have been for the skills that white folks taught black folks around here, that so-called freedom that we got with the second 13th Amendment, when they just set folks loose and said, now you're free. Free to go where, to do what? If it hadn't been for that white master who said, come in here, sit down, John. They burned out all our property, our money is no good, all the animals are gone, but we family. Let's work together to make this thing survive and work again. And they did, and they did.
In a CBS News poll out this morning, 55% of Americans say the president's view that both sides were to blame for the violence in Charlottesville is inaccurate. But 68% of Republicans think the president is accurate. Mark Strassman spoke with three women who continue to support President Trump.
When you saw Charlottesville, what went through your mind?
The writing's been on the wall for years. I'm just waiting for the Civil War to start.
It wasn't necessarily a completely black-white issue, but I think that the media is turning it into a black-white issue.
You can't erase history. You know, what are we, I mean, when do you draw the line? You know, do we now tear down Mount Rushmore?
What do you think of the president's response? Was it appropriate?
He did come out and he condemned it, but how many more times is he going to have to condemn it?
When the president said there are fine people on both sides.
When you have agitators on both sides, what do you expect to happen?
But shouldn't the leader of the country be setting a certain tone?
Do you think he hasn't? The man has been in office for 200 days and he's getting blamed for stuff that started 3, 4, 5 years ago.
I don't look at him as, you know, my pastor or my moral leader. I look at him as the leader as it relates to governmental issues.
We're not looking for somebody charming. We're looking for a man who knows how to turn things around, and he's got a track record of turning things around.
All the women agree that more needs to be done to stop violent confrontations from happening.
Hey, what's going on, man? You look like a coon. Many black people around the world are plagued by a word, and that word is coon. I and many others are called coon for simply disagreeing with other black folk, for liking death metal, for simply just being a little bit different than the average black person from whatever region they came from. So if those reasons alone make myself a coon, then I am proud to embrace it. And millions of other black people around the world are proud to embrace it too.
I am a coon.
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 My boyfriend is a coon.
My boyfriend's a coon, so I am a coon lover.
I am a coon.
I'm a coon.
I am a coon.
I'm a coon.
I am a coon.
A well-educated black has a tremendous advantage over a well-educated white in terms of the job market. And I think sometimes a black may think that they don't really have the advantage or this or that, but in actuality, today, currently, it's a great, I've said on occasion, even about myself, if I were starting off today, I would love to be a well-educated black because I really believe they do have an actual advantage today.
Well, I certainly don't agree with that garbage that Donald Trump said, that if he could be reborn or reincarnated, he want to come back as an educated black. Because we start out, I mean, Brian, I didn't believe he said that. I mean, that's crazy.